Testing, testing, we got it.
Okay, a bit of housekeeping. The bathrooms are in the back, and if you need some water, feel free to get up and walk around here to get some water. I said, rest. Another thing is I'm going to ask you to turn off your cell phones during the meeting. Thank you very much, and we're going to start with the introduction of our first speaker, Mr. David. Yes, he is the director of the Highlands Coalition, and he's here to welcome everybody to our neighborhood.
Highlands Coalition is a community organization closely working with a community school. Very unique situation in Lynn. And we started with anyway, I'll talk a little about it.
You just turned off.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Anyway, I'll just speak up a little bit. I was talking to Green briefly and then they could speak. But we worked very closely. We started by planting trees that coming up the highlands. We planted 60 trees. We worked very closely with the school as far as the domestic violence issues. We voted this fall with 700 people. We marched for the mayor of Lynn out of City Hall against domestic violence. Hello? Yeah, okay. Thank you. And then we got another grant to build the garden at the school. Very interesting garden because it's vegetables, it's nutrition, it's a science laboratory. We do aquaponics, so you got to come out. We do have, we encourage this any school in Lynn. We love to help other schools get going on building a garden. We're about to build a garden at the Cook Street Park. It's the first city park garden that will have a garden since 70 years. And it's the idea is to organize the community around issues, social issues, link them up with the school, and you can solve a lot of social problems, I think, cut into those problems. So thank you very much for coming. Any questions? We're doing lead paint remediation for the city. If you know anyone who has lead paint issues in your home, it can be remediated for free. It's a very good program the city housing authority has. We're working with the housing authority. So let me know. I'll give you the flyers to everybody. Thank you.
Before we go further on our presentation, I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Claire Crane, principal of the Ford School, for hosting this event and having us here. Dr. Crane, thank you so much for hosting our event.
I want to welcome you all to Ford School. I think you'll enjoy the program tonight. I know they've worked very hard on developing a program, so just welcome and enjoy yourself. There's refreshments out there.
I also want to welcome some of our elected officials, and I would like to acknowledge the members of the school committee, the school committee who are here tonight with us. And it is John Ford. Maria Carrasco. Patty.
So, to help the interpreter out, if you guys can project, even when you have a microphone, because he's having a hard time hearing. Los que están hablando, por favor, que hablen alto para que el interpretador pueda oír. Y mi gente que tienen el equipo, ¿están oyendo un poquito más? ¿Se oye un poco mejor? A los que tienen el equipo. No se oye nada, tampoco.
No.
Nada, tampoco ahora. Okay, so I was just doing an equipment check. Ms. Evie, you can actually be at the
So what we're going to do is we're just going to have to do consecutive translation. So this is
Sorry.
part of the experiment of working in a multilingual community, and we're trying to expand our capacity so that we can do this well. But right now the equipment just isn't functioning. So we're going to have to go back and forth between Spanish and English. We also have people here who are speaking Arabic, and we have people who are speaking Khmer. So I want to make sure everybody feels welcome, and I really appreciate your patience. And what I appreciate most is that you speak up. Even if your language isn't being spoken at that moment, we want to hear from you, ¿okay? Pues entonces, el grupo va a interpretar gracias a él.
So one more time, thank you everybody for being here.
Una vez más, gracias a todos por estar aquí.
So maybe some of you are asking yourself, what is a POBE? Or what is a Lead Parents Organizing for the Early Education?
Tal vez algunos de ustedes se están preguntando qué es esta organización.
So this is I can probably say brand new organization, and this is a group of parents like myself. I have 2 kids in the Lead Public School.
Esta es una organización nueva de padres. Yo mismo tengo 2 hijos en el sistema.
And many of us have been participating in some other issues in the city of Lynn.
Muchos hemos estado participando en muchas otras problemáticas en la ciudad de Lynn.
So we have been talking to each other, how can we participate and improve the Lean education system?
Y hemos estado hablando entre nosotros y preguntando cómo podemos mejorar la participación en el sistema escolar.
So we say, well, let's get together and let's create something. And with support of neighbor to neighbor, we have been working together. We have achieved a few things already, and we are moving in the right direction, I think.
Y entonces hemos decidido, vamos a juntarnos, vamos a empezar a trabajar, y estamos trabajando con el programa de vecino a vecino, y estamos moviéndonos en buena dirección.
So if we're going to mention a few things that we have achieved,
Vamos a mencionar algunas cosas que hemos logrado.
one, we already got attention.
Lo primero es que tenemos ya la atención.
Second, if you can turn around and see your neighbor,
Así que si pueden mirarse unos a otros y ven que tienen sus vecinos.
if you see, this is a diversity group. This is not representing one ethnic group or just one specific group. This is the city of Lynn. This is the way the community of Lynn look like. And this is the
Eso,
way.
ustedes pueden notar que no es solamente un grupo u otro grupo, sino que es una representación variada, y esto es lo que es el pueblo de Lynn, un grupo variado.
So with just a few, we can continue. And with just a few months, I can continue to mention some others. But I think we're going to also hear from some parents that are here tonight that are going to share their story in 2 minutes, just to give you a little taste in how this group is growing and the reason why we are growing.
Así que vamos a tener pronto algunos padres que pueden contar en un par de minutos experiencia de cómo estamos creciendo. Vamos a estar compartiendo esa experiencia.
So the first person who's going to come to talk is León Marín.
La primera persona que va a hablar, si está aquí presente, es León Marín.
So he's going to have 2 minutes.
Bravo, León.
Buenas noches a todos.
Good evening, everybody.
Gracias por venir.
Thank you for being here.
Y yo les voy a hablar algo de historia que yo tengo aquí de las escuelas.
I'll tell you my experience here in the schools.
Yo son 4 niños.
I have 4 children.
El más grande, él no quiso estudiar
estudiar aquí ya. Él vino de la escuela de Boston. Él no quiso terminar su escuela aquí porque no le gustó la educación de aquí.
The oldest one didn't want to study here. He came from Boston, but he didn't like the school systems here, so he didn't want to continue studying in Lynn.
Tengo otro niño que es de 18 años.
I have another child, age 18.
Que desgraciadamente él se enfermó de leucemia.
Unfortunately, he got leukemia.
Él estuvo internado por la primera vez por 6 meses.
He was in a hospitalized for 6 months the first time.
Él ha perdido 2 años de estudio.
He has lost 2 years of schooling.
Yo he estado pidiendo ayuda para ahora que él ya puede asistir a la escuela para la transportación.
I have tried to seek help for his transportation now that he's ready to go back to school.
2 meses tardé, pero gracias lo logramos con la participación de vecino a vecino.
After 2 months, we were able to reach that thanks to Neighbor to Neighbor program.
Entonces yo pienso que si todos nos reunimos, podemos lograr lo que queremos.
And so I believe that if we all get together, we can achieve what we want.
Porque yo tengo otro niño que tiene 13 años. El año pasado también me le hicieron algo en la escuela, un accidente. El maestro no estuvo presente, dejó la clase por 3 minutos y mi hijo, cuando el maestro regresó, mi hijo estaba sangrando de su brazo porque un niño le picó con un lápiz y yo hice el reporte el siguiente día porque mi hijo pidió que lo dejaran ir a la enfermería.
I have another son. He's 13 years old, and he had an incident in school. The teacher left the classroom for 3 minutes, and when the teacher came back, my son was bleeding because somebody punched him a few times with a pencil.
Entonces yo fui a hacer el reporte a la escuela.
So I went to the school to make a report.
Y el principal dijo que el viceprincipal él solamente dijo que iba a hablar con la maestra.
The vice president said, principal said he was going to talk, or she was going to talk with a teacher.
Él nunca me hizo una llamada para atrás en todo el año.
I never, through the rest of the year, got a call back.
Lo que yo hice, yo fui especialmente a hablar con la superintendente.
Then I went to the superintendent's office.
Ella no quiso escucharme.
She didn't want to hear me.
Ella mandó al ayudante de ella
She sent her assistant,
como ignorándome.
ignoring me.
Entonces yo no me quedé callado y yo
I
volví a ir a la
I
escuela.
went back to school again.
Yo dije que si iban a arreglar ese problema,
I said they were going to fix that problem
porque él pidió ayuda y no le quisieron dar la ayuda.
because he asked for help and never got help.
Entonces, eso quedó sin resolverse ese problema.
That was left unresolved.
Pero hasta ahora que estoy uniéndome hacia varios padres, se han podido resolver algunos problemas gracias a todos los padres que estamos unidos.
But now that the parents are getting together, I can see more results.
Y es todo, gracias. Que
That's
tengan
what
buen día.
we want to invite. Thank you so much.
So the next person coming up is Scott.
La próxima persona es Scott.
Hello. My name is Scott Luca. It's so wonderful to see you all here. We worked hard to make something like this happen.
Mi nombre es Scott y qué bueno que están aquí. Hemos trabajado muy fuerte para lograr que suceda.
I have one daughter in the Lynn Public Schools.
Tengo una hija en el sistema escolar en Lynn.
She attends Brickett Elementary, where my son will start next year.
Va a la
Brickett Elementary.
Elementary. Okay, después de empezar.
We're new transplants to Lynn. We came from the Midwest. I'm a professor at Salem State University, and I came here for work.
Okay, soy profesor en la Universidad de Luce y vine por trabajo, así que somos nuevos en el pueblo de Luce.
We moved into our neighborhood and we've had a wonderful time meeting our neighbors and just enjoying everything that we could do here in the city.
Nos mudamos, conocimos a nuestros vecinos y hemos disfrutado conociendo a ellos, compartiendo con ellos.
When John was old enough to start attending school, we had some reservations at first when she was going to start at the elementary school.
Cuando nuestra niña llegó a la edad de entrar en la escuela, teníamos algunas reservaciones o preocupaciones de entrar en el sistema escolar.
But the outgoing principal at Rickett Elementary took us in and gave us a 40-minute guided tour of the school and sung its praises and made us realize this is where she should go.
Pero la principal se tomó su tiempo, 40 minutos, nos enseñó lo que había en la escuela y dijimos y nos sentimos complacidos.
Since then, we've come to see that there are wonderful things about the school where my daughter goes and many things that could be improved.
Y desde entonces venimos a la escuela y vemos lo que está disfrutando nuestra hija y también las cosas que necesitan mejorarse.
Her school recently crossed 100 years, but unfortunately few seem to celebrate it.
La escuela acaba de cumplir 100 años y sin embargo parece que pocas personas quisieron celebrarlo.
On the streets in front of the school, often things need to be cleaned up. Things in the school often can be broken.
La calle, okay, la calle no está limpia y a veces dentro de la escuela hay cosas que están rotas que hay que reparar.
And in the classrooms, there are wonderful children, but there are far too many of them for one single teacher.
Y hay unos niños tremendos, muy buenos en los salones de clase, pero que son demasiados por salón de clase.
So we know, as parents, my wife and I, that Rickett has done wonderful things for our daughter. She's happy. She's got school spirit. She loves Rickett Elementary. She's thriving there.
Nuestra hija está haciendo muy bien. Nosotros como padres, su esposa y yo, estamos contentos que ella esté allí y ella está haciendo esfuerzos para hacerlo bien.
But I know that some of the things that have concerned me and my wife and the other people that we've spoken to are that much closer to getting fixed, or at least moving in the right direction because of all the work you're doing today. So thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Scott. So the next person that is going to share also her experience is Natasha.
La otra persona que va a compartir su experiencia es Natasha.
Hello, my name is Natasha. Nice to meet you.
Hola, mi nombre es Natasha.
My name is Natasha Benji. I have 4 kids. 3 of them are at Cobbett Elementary School.
Tengo 4 hijos y 3 están en la Cobbett Elementary School.
And 1 is at Kemp Elementary in Lynn.
Y la otra está en Kemp Elementary.
And so the story that I want to share with you was
La historia que quiero compartir con ustedes
a story about my son. He's now in 4th grade.
la historia de mi hijo que está en 4º grado.
He struggled with reading.
Y ha tenido dificultades leyendo.
So I was told by his teachers, well, your son is not reading, he needs to be put into a special education class.
Y entonces la maestra dice que porque no puede leer, la tiene que poner en clases especiales.
The real problem for me, I felt like the class was overcrowded, and these teachers, he was in 1 of 28 kids.
Yo lo que como lo percibí es que el problema es que los salones de clase están sobrecargados con 28 estudiantes y esa sería la dificultad.
So my son needed the individual attention, which I feel that a lot of kids need more individual attention.
Lo que mi hijo necesitaba era atención individual, que creo que hay muchos niños que lo necesitan.
But during the IEP meeting, which we had, we felt pressured into putting him into a smaller classroom. They told me that if he was in a smaller classroom, he'd get that attention he needed, and they really pushed this.
Pero mientras estábamos en el programa del programa educacional de él, pensamos que
they were really advocating, yes, smaller special ed classes.
Estaba diciendo que lo que probablemente necesitaba eran clases más pequeñas.
So I really was concerned. I really wanted my son to read. I felt like once he learned how to read, he would be doing much better. So,
Pero estaba preocupada porque precisamente lo que yo quería que mi hijo aprendiera a leer.
they could not provide these services for my son at COVID, so they put him into a smaller classroom at Harrington.
Así que ellos no podían hacer esto en COVID y le enviaron a la Harrington School, la escuela Harrington.
He did extremely well there. I was impressed by the resources, the amount of programs that they were running at the Harrington School.
Estaba impresionado por los recursos que ellos tienen, los diferentes programas que tenían.
At the end of the school year, I wanted to keep him there at Harrington, but because I wanted him put back into a regular school, he had to go back to his neighborhood school.
Pero yo quería que se quedara ahí, pero tenía que volver a la escuela regular, lo pusieron en la otra escuela que estaba anteriormente.
So I just feel as though like all our kids need the resources that are at so many different schools.
Yo creo que lo que sucede es que todas las escuelas debían de tener los recursos que hay en algunas de las escuelas.
So there is a big difference between the schools that are level 4 schools, which are considering failing schools. They get all the resources.
Hay una diferencia entre las escuelas que se consideran nivel 4, que son las que están fallando, y entonces esto le da más recursos.
I think that sends the wrong message to our kids. Like our kids should not need to fail for us to get these resources that we need.
Creo que envía el mensaje equivocado de que para que hay que fracasar para que poder recibir atención.
Okay, so that we want to get more parents involved. Last year I was the PTO president at COVID.
Tenemos que tener más personas envueltas. Era la presidenta del grupo de padres y maestros.
Yes. Get involved in your child's school. It doesn't matter which school it is, you need to be involved.
Envuélvete con tus hijos en la escuela, no importa cuál es la escuela, envuélvete con tus hijos.
I think together we can all do so much. We just need to band together as parents.
Juntos podemos, todos los padres.
I want to move the agenda right along. We're running a little bit late. So I just want to show you where we're going for the rest of the evening. We've gone through the introductions. We're going to have a presentation on the results of the survey that the Parents Organization has been doing for the past 2 or 3 months. We're going to break up into small groups so that we can work together and come up with some solutions. And then we're going to do an evaluation of tonight's meeting and what we want the next steps to be. So I'm going to hand the microphone over to Jose Palma, and he's going to go over the objectives for the forum.
So some of you are asking yourself, why I left home tonight in that cold weather to go to the forum. So I'm going to tell you 3 things. So there are 3 things we want to make sure we can achieve tonight. So the first one is to make sure our parent feels welcome,
Asegurarse que los padres se sientan invitados,
comfortable and heard.
que se sientan cómodos y escuchados.
That's the first one. That is the first thing we want to achieve.
Primero que lo queremos lograr.
So the second one is to unveil the result of the survey that we have been doing. So we want to tell you what parents are saying about the school system in Lynn.
Segundo, compartir los resultados de la encuesta, lo que están diciendo los padres en Lynn.
And the third one is to understand how parents can be part of the decision making instead of just reacting when something is happening.
Y tercero, entender cómo los padres pueden ser parte de la toma de decisiones en vez de estar de ser reactivos.
So those are the 3 things that we want to achieve tonight, and that's why.
Eso es lo que queremos, las 3 cosas que queremos lograr esta noche, y por eso.
And that's why later on we're going to be breaking in teams. We're going to be evaluating what parents are saying outside, and after, as a group, we can come up with some ideas and how can we improve that. And I think the other thing we have achieved, and I didn't mention before, is that
y queremos evaluar esto, qué es lo que los otros padres están diciendo por ahí y cómo podemos ser parte de la solución.
yeah, and the other thing I didn't mention before, one of the achievements is that we are not creating more problems. Instead, we are trying to get parents together to look for some solutions.
Y lo que queremos también enfatizar es que no estamos tratando de buscar problemas, identificar problemas, sino que los padres puedan identificar soluciones.
So, to unveil the result, what parents are saying outside, we're going to call.
Para traerle los resultados, lo que dicen los padres allá afuera, en la encuesta le vamos a traer a
Cleo. Cleo is going to tell us what parents are saying outside about the
Cleo,
school
nos va a hablar de lo que
So this survey was distributed to parents beginning at the end of September and went until the end of last week, and it covered all 26 public schools in the city.
Okay, esta encuesta se dio en septiembre y cubre las 26 escuelas que hay en Lynn.
Respondents were from all grade levels, elementary through high school, both male and female, and there were also primarily Spanish-speaking parents who turned in surveys as well.
Okay, so la participaron fueron de todas las escuelas, de todos los grados, desde primer grado hasta la escuela superior y mayormente hispanos participaron.
When asked what parents were happy with, nearly half of respondents mentioned teachers in some way.
Cuando le preguntaron, casi la mitad de los encuestados dijeron que estaban contentos con los padres.
Let's give a round of applause for our teachers.
Estaban contentos con los padres.
Adjectives included that teachers were attentive, caring, or were well educated, and also were well involved in the school.
Okay, decían que los adjetivos que se utilizaron fueran que estaban atentos o interesados, que se preocupaban, o sea, eran amorosos, y que estaban bien educados.
When asked what parents were unhappy with, about 12 parents commented on class size.
Cuando preguntaron qué era lo que no estaban contentos, como 12 padres dijeron que no les gustaba el tamaño de la clase.
This was mentioned in terms of schools feeling cramped.
Eso decía que los salones de clase estaban congestionados.
But also in terms of teachers being able to customize curriculum to their students.
Pero también la preocupación es que pudieran ajustar el currículo para las necesidades de los estudiantes.
A second major issue that came up in our survey was communication.
Otra segunda preocupación grande que hubo en la encuesta fue la comunicación.
And this had different meanings to parents.
Y esto tiene diferentes significados para los diferentes padres.
Some parents mentioned short notice for things like meeting times, for school events and open houses.
Algunos padres tenían preocupación sobre el asunto de la hora de las reuniones y de las reuniones con los maestros. Sí, los padres con los maestros.
Some parents mentioned not having a way to contact teachers outside of school hours.
Okay, algunos padres tenían preocupación de no poder contactar a los maestros fuera de horas escolares.
But the biggest thing was that a number of Spanish-speaking parents felt that there wasn't enough translation in the schools to be able to effectively communicate with the school and the teachers.
Pero muchos de los padres tenían la preocupación de que no había el recurso de traducción para poderse comunicar efectivamente con los profesores maestros.
And then there were other items that were mentioned less often, such as a lack of parental involvement and too short of a school day.
Okay, y entonces hay otras cosas que eran menos mencionadas, pero mencionadas era la falta del envolvimiento de los padres y también que el día de la escuela sea tan corto.
And finally, when asked what parents can do to make changes,
Y cuando se le preguntaba qué pueden hacer los padres para hacer cambios,
parents had a number of ideas, including communicating with teachers more regularly,
los padres tenían ideas como que comunicarse más frecuentemente con los maestros,
joining PTOs and attending school committee meetings.
entrar en la asociación de padres y maestros y estar en las reuniones
Most of the comments in this section were in regards to parents and focusing on their active presence in the school system.
Muchas de los comentarios eran en los padres y su presencia en la escuela.
So at this time, we're still collecting surveys, so if anyone here would like to fill it out, they can grab one at the registration desk.
Todavía seguimos buscando encuestas y si quieren alguna, la va a estar aquí en la mesa de la recepción. Thank you.
Moving right along, I would like to present Lizzie. She's the coordinator organizer of the Lynn chapter of Neighbor to Neighbor.
Vecino en Lynn, una amiga mía.
Okay, so we've taken all of the feedback from parents.
Hemos recibido toda la retroalimentación de los padres.
And we've divided it into four. Okay, that was screaming. Okay, we've divided it into 4 themes.
Y la hemos dividido en 4 diferentes temas.
So, what we have is we're going to break into small groups, and you can go to whatever theme you want to discuss further. And what you're going to be doing.
Vamos a dividirnos en 4 grupos, en 4 diferentes temas, 4 grupitos, y usted puede ir al que más le guste.
So, you're going to add any problems that are not already listed on that paper.
Cualquier problema que no esté listado en ese papel.
That have to do with that theme, not with all the themes, only with that theme.
Que tiene que ver con ese tema, no, o preocupación, no con todos.
Then you can add it onto that piece of paper.
Lo puede añadir al papel.
And you're going to prioritize as a group.
Y van a establecer un orden de prioridades como grupo.
Which are the most important issues on there for this community?
¿Cuáles son las más importantes problemáticas para esta comunidad?
And then you're going to think about how we can solve them.
Entonces vamos a pensar cómo lo resolvemos.
Okay? So, behind me we have the communication theme table.
Aquí tenemos el equipo de comunicación.
And the facilitator for that group is Nick. Yeah, Nick. Over here at this table is the programs and services. Agustina is the facilitator for that group. So programs and services would be like after-school programs, busing for all students.
Programas para después de escuela y cosas parecidas.
And then at the table at the back of the room, where Patty Capano and Charlie Gallo are sitting.
Okay. Entonces, la mesa que está en la parte de atrás.
Actually, Ms. Capano, could you please read it for me? What is the title of the...
Parent involvement?
Yes, parental involvement. We are the problem and the solution. So, head to the back of the room if you're interested in talking about that.
Está interesado sobre el envolvimiento de los padres, pueden ir en la parte de atrás. Comunicación,
Programas y servicios.
Ajá, envolvimiento de padres.
Y aquí vimos, and here we have the physical conditions of the buildings and class size.
Okay.
And Cleo will be the facilitator for that.
Okay.
Sorry. And Natasha is the facilitator for the parental involvement group in the back of the room. So we're going to take 20 minutes and then we're going to come back together and share the solutions that we find.
20 minutos volvemos a reunirnos.